Word guide every step you take, and allow the faithful to walk beside you, for then no force shall cause you to fall. I am always there, among the loving community, in every word of Scripture, and in the depths of your own heart, where I am calling you into deeper, more complete communion than ever before. I want you to engrave this unshakable truth into your spirit. Your life is not a string of meaningless days drifting by, but carries within it a profound, divine purpose, ordained before the foundations of the world. Every breath, every step, every trial you have endured, none of it is in vain. In the eternal design of my plan, you have a role that no one else can fulfill. That is why I have called you by your very name and placed within you a fire, the fire of truth. This world groans in chaos, cloaked in the thick fog of deception, where false voices echo so repeatedly that they begin to sound like truth. Yet you have been called out from among the crowd, not to dissolve into the stream of deceit, but to stand firm, to reject all that is distorted, and to proclaim truth with your very life. When you bravely say no to what is wrong, when you dare to live with honesty in a world that bends the truth, it is in that moment that you become a living testimony of my power to deliver and the clarity that flows from me. You do not live for yourself alone. You live so that others might see the light of hope they believed was lost. Your testimony, more than just your words, is found in the way you live with integrity, in the humility of your actions, in your endurance through hardship, and in your unwavering stand against falsehood. It will shine like a powerful beam of light, piercing through the thickest night. There are souls around you silently yearning for truth, weary and disoriented by the weight of all that is fake and imposed upon them by the world. And it is your steadfastness, your choice to follow my voice, even when compromise is possible, that becomes a sign to them that truth still exists, that there is still a path that leads to life. I know it is not easy to stand in the midst of a world that calls darkness light, that paints lies with lipstick and praises them as wisdom. I know there are moments when you grow tired, when you feel like giving up, when you long to blend in just to avoid ridicule or opposition. But it is precisely in those moments of inner struggle, when you choose to keep your heart pure before me instead of pleasing people, that your light shines the brightest. Never underestimate the power of a faithful soul. Even a single lamp burning in the night is enough to guide the lost. You do not need to stand on a pulpit to preach the gospel. Your life itself, the way you face adversity, the way you respond when hurt, the way you forgive betrayal, each of these speaks a clear message that I am real, that truth can be lived, that in this maze of deception there is another way, the way that leads to me. Let my truth be the armor that shields you every day. Do not let temporary loneliness tempt you to trade your inner light for the soothing shade of compromise. Remember, a seed of faithfulness planted in dry, barren ground today can grow into a forest of hope for the generations to come. You cannot know how many are silently watching you, learning from you how to live differently, how to rise, how to find their way back to me. They may not say a word, but your light is already finding its way quietly into the hidden corners of their souls. And my dear one, I rejoice every time I see you reject falsehood, even in the smallest things. That is the sign that the light within you has not been extinguished. Each time you choose honesty, each time you take the side of what is right instead of what is convenient, you are opening a path for a world thirsty for truth to see hope again. You are living for a purpose greater than yourself. You are helping to restore the light this world thought it had lost. Your very presence, when covered in truth and love, carries more impact than any sermon. You do not need to do something grand to be useful in my hands. You only need to be faithful. Faithful in thought, in word, and in deed. And that very faithfulness will become a voice that echoes powerfully, awakening souls still asleep in deception. Rise, my child. Stand firm in the position I have placed you. You were not called to flee from the darkness, but to face it, not with anger or pride, but with the light of truth that radiates from a life touched by me. You do not fight with your own strength, but with my presence within you. And that light, the light of truth, the light of obedience, the light of unwavering love, shall never be extinguished, even if you are surrounded by a sea of night. Above all, my beloved one, always remember, your faithfulness today is part of a sacred battle I am waging to bring restoration to all of humanity. Even if at times you feel too small in a world too vast, I tell you this, it is the souls who live for truth that are the cornerstone, the very foundation of an unshakable kingdom. And now, my dearest child, after you have quieted your heart and fully received the words I have spoken, I invite you to step into a deeper moment, a sacred space within your soul, where my words can take root, grow deep, and become alive. Do not let these words pass by your ears like a gentle breeze.